Howdy doody. Excuse me for 1 second. Gotta take a sip of my coffee. Yummy. In my high school musical cup, too. And look, all the famous characters are on there. See? Delicious and nutritious. All right, well, I'm gonna throw this one out there. When was it ever safe or a good idea to wear a wire? You know what a wire is? You know, they put the microphone to you. I was thinking about this yesterday, and it seems like it just was never anything that really, I don't know, would work. You always see the TV programs and the shows out there, and they're like, oh, you gotta wear a wire, and everybody gets caught. They always find out. They rip their shirt off or rip it open, and they're like, you're wearing a wire, and you know, next thing you know, that person isn't living anymore or whatever. But just think about it. I mean, first and foremost, you got to record it. So you have a tape recorder, because there was no jump drives or hard drives or discs back then, you know. So you have this recorder and you stick this tape in it. Now all I know is this, is when I was 10, I got my first tape recorder. We're talking about 1980 here, okay? And that darn thing was as big as a brick. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to strap it to your waist and try to make it look like, oh, it's my belt buckle. Yeah, I was just out west. It's my new buckle, you know. I'm just not wearing my boots now. And you gotta stick batteries in it. And now the cassette goes in there. What if this darn thing, you know how it used to happen, you put your favorite cassette in there and next thing you know it stops, and you open up the lid and you pull it out and it's all twisted around those brown wheels and it gets all folded up like an accordion. It's all folded, it looks like a happy birthday streamer or something like that. And then you stick a pencil in it, you start twisting it and rolling it back up, and then now you throw it back in your player. And now it's all twisted up and it's all folded up. You throw it back in, you press play, and this thing starts to go. It sounds like, I don't know, your favorite band is gurgling or something like that. The tape's ruined. It's ruined. Now what are you going to do? Okay, so say you wear your wire and your batteries don't die, your microphone isn't bulging out of your chest, let alone you had a duct tape to your friggin' skin. Good luck getting that off without it hurting. So now you got a duct tape to your skin, your batteries don't die, your tape doesn't get all chewed up inside the player, okay? They don't see the bulge in your chest. Everything works great. So you're talking to, old, Jimmy Sticky Fingers who stole some stuff and you're trying to get him caught. And everything works great. And then you go back and you're like, yes, I got the confession. And then you go and you're like, okay, guys, I got the confession. Great. Well, the judge wants a copy, and we got to make a copy for all the other lawyers or whatever. What happens next? You know what happens next. Now you got to take your tape, and you got to put it in your dual cassette recorder, and you got to dub tapes. You got to dub tapes. I mean, you're going to stick, okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Play, record. Now you gotta dub all these tapes. You gotta give them a few TDKs. You gotta pass them around. You gotta write on the thing, you know, Jimmy Sticky Fingers confession, 1906. Because it's gotta be that old. I don't know. They didn't have tape recorders back then. But geez, I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, it seems like the stupidest way to get a confession. It's not like, you know, the tapes, the batteries, the duct tape to the skin, the wire that probably bulges out. It looks like you could try to have to play it off like a old southwestern Texas belt. You gotta make dubs, and there was no Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. That thing, I don't think it was ever a good idea. I really don't. And if somebody ever asked me to wear a wire to get a confession from one of you guys, I'd be like, forget it. I'd just be like, look, let the crime ride. Let it go. Because I'm not going to get caught. It's your job for you to catch them. I ain't strapping no old primitive thing around my body and whatever. You get the point. Now I'm starting to get frustrated. Jesus. And I didn't even wear a wire. Ever. So, alright. Well, look. There's my rant for the day. You think about it. You let me know. Make your comments on the video. Do what you gotta do. Subscribe on YouTube. Oh, putting plugs. Follow on Facebook. In a Mile Crocodile on Twitter. Yes. Alright, y'all. I'm speaking to the mic.